Hi there, ladies and gentlemen. This is your neighborhood-friendly Oxhorn, and in this quick video, I want to tell you about my robot provisioners. So, I came up with a way to fill my world with robots of my creation, and robots that actually serve a purpose and that don't tank the happiness of my settlements. So here we are at Country Crossing. Sorry about the lag. There's a lot of models in this area. And the special thing about Country Crossing is it's right on this main thoroughfare. This road is used by provisioners all over the place. And it's really close to the Mechanist's lair. Now, let me give you a quick spoiler alert. Spoiler alert, this is an automatron spoiler alert. Not a huge spoiler, but it is storyline-based spoiler, so if you haven't played Automatron, the DLC for Fallout 4, and you want to, then you might want to skip this video. Anyway, spoiler is over. Basically, in Automatron, you can, after you complete all of the quests, you gain access to a new settlement called the Mechanist's Lair. Now, it's not a true settlement. You can't build a recruitment beacon. I don't think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can't build a recruitment beacon. And there are some things that your workshop in the Mechanist's Lair does not allow you to build. But you can build robots, and it basically works as a player home. But it's really close to Country Crossing, which is why you've seen all sorts of robots pass by, robots and provisioners pass by this way. And the reason for that is because I have created one robot that represents every single settlement in the game, and I made each robot a provisioner for that settlement. I also have human provisioners, so here's my human provisioner. I have human provisioners for each settlement too, so each settlement basically has 2 provisioners in my playthrough. But the reason that I think this is a neat way to go about it is what I did is I created all my provisioners at my home base, and then I moved as soon as the robot, I made robots at my home base, and as soon as the robot was complete, I immediately moved it to the settlement that I wanted it to represent. Then after it was moved, I turned it into a provisioner, and it went on its way. In this way, I was able to create a unique looking robot, and I named each one according to the order in which I created them and the name of the settlement that it represents. So this is...
Actually, I'll be back later.
So you can see at the end of this name, I've got 14. That means that this was the 14th robot that I created. And then I named it Kingsport Lighthouse because this is the provisioner that goes back and forth between the Kingsport Lighthouse and my Mechanist's Lair. So, the reason that this is important is because every time you have a robot assigned to a settlement, it drags down the happiness of that settlement. Each settler at your settlement has a maximum happiness level, and human settlers have a maximum happiness level of 100. So if everything goes perfectly, each settler can have 100 happiness, which improves the happiness level of your settlement. Robots, however, have a maximum happiness level of 50. So, if you have too many robots assigned to a settlement, they'll actually drag down the happiness of that settlement. So what I did is, since the Mechanist's Lair, and my goodness, my frame rate is really horrible, probably because it's a combination of weather effects and all of these settlers. Yeah, they're all congregating over there. Maybe if I move away. Sorry about that. Anyway, so by moving all of my robot provisioners to the Mechanist's Lair, I effectively removed the happiness penalty that each of my settlements would get if it had a robot provisioner. So all of the robots belong to my Mechanist's Lair, and then I simply assigned them using the provisioner path to each settlement. So that means that if I ever want to see all of my robots kind of walk by, I can go over to my Country Crossing settlement, because the road to the Mechanist's Lair goes right by it. In fact, this is the door to the Mechanist's Lair. So it's really close to the Mechanist's Lair. All of my robots are coming in and out of the Mechanist's Lair, and they go right by Country Crossing. I'll take you to my Mechanist's lair just to show you how many robots I have there. There we go, that's a little better. It was a combination of the weather effects and all of my robots that was tanking my FPS. So here we are in my Mechanist's lair. It's not really a true settlement, it's just, it's kind of like a player housing. And you can see that my robot provisioners are coming in and out. Alright, maybe they're not. Usually when I come to the Mechanist's lair, I see all sorts of robots all over the place. But I don't see any right now. Anyway, I only saw one or two. Here we go. Here's some. They're all up here. Now, the problem with this, of course, is that the robots get stuck. The doors are small, and the robots are big. So look at this guy. He's stuck. But I never spend any time here at the Mechanist's lair, so I don't have to deal with looking at that all the time. And look at these pack Brahmin. Oh, my goodness. They're just so big, and they have to squeeze in and out of these tight spaces. But let me show you the stats for my Mechanist lair. It has 28 people. All of them are robots. And you can see that my happiness is at 50. So I'm not getting a penalty by having robots here. I mean, it's not like my happiness is 30 and that I'm in risk of losing this settlement. But I'll never have a 100% happiness for this settlement because it's all filled with robots. But thankfully, this settlement is going to bear the brunt of it, and none of my others will, since I have all of my robots here, and they're simply provisioned to all of my settlements. Now, I said earlier that there is no recruitment beacon, and I was right. Yeah, this is where the recruitment beacon would be. So you can't turn this into a legitimate settlement anyway. You can't have settlers appear here. The only way you could get a settler to appear here is if you manually move the settler here. There's also this weird glitch where if you're having load problems, the robot is going to look like this. This is the base model for the robot. When you load it up inside your robot workstation, you can put all sorts of stuff on it. Here, I'll show you what that glitch looks like if I can get to my robot workbench. Here, I know there's one back here. Alright, let's, yeah, so these are all of the robots that are in-house right now. Boston Airport, Croup Manor, and Red Rocket. You saw Red Rocket, he was looking pretty bad. Let's, exit the station, and man, what the heck? Where's all his armor and stuff? I totally outfitted this guy, and he looks just like the base model right now. I hope that's not permanent. That's weird. Anyway, so I thought that was just a fun way to go about turning robots, to make a use of your robots, because I honestly couldn't think of any use for the robots with Automatron unless they were provisioners, and this was the most efficient way of being able to use the provisioners without giving your settlements a happiness penalty. So, pro tip from Oxhorn, build 29 different robots, make them provisioners for all your settlements, and then move them to the Mechanist's lair. Actually, move them to the Mechanist's lair first, then turn them into provisioners for your settlements. That way, each settlement has a robot provisioner, and none of them suffer a happiness penalty. I hope that was helpful. Thanks for watching.